banded side steps. This is gonna be important to go ahead and build that booty, and you can also do the Cupid shuffle while you do this. It's gonna be great, right? There we go. Now, with that, let's go into where you're supposed to feel this. I kind of alluded to it. It's gonna be your booty, your butt, might be a little bit in your hamstrings too if you're tight. If you feel it in your quads, it means durability tips coming your way. You're doing it wrong, fix yourself. It means you went back to college and you're on Greek row and you're just knees forward, leaning back, right? It happens. We need to go ahead and think about bending the knees, reaching the butt back, and making sure your shoulders are over your knees, if not maybe a little bit more over, and you're almost in like a good morning position, like the beginning aspect of it. Now, if we keep on talking about durability tips, it's all gonna be about how you initiate this. A lot of people just get stuck thinking about their feet. Nah, don't think about the feet. You need to think about your knees. Yeah, besides, it just looks like you're trying to do a sidewalk while you're trying to not pee, right? It's just weird. So we actually wanna find your feet, I would say about hip width, maybe marginally wider, and then you're gonna think about pushing your knees out. This is a great way for you to practice what it's supposed to feel. Do knees in, then knees out. Knees in, knees out. Do that a few times, and if you're in the right position, bent over, butt back, you're gonna start to feel it in your butt a little bit just by that. And then you're like, this is what I need to work on initiating. So then from there, if we're gonna have movement, all you're gonna do is you're gonna think about not your feet moving, you're gonna go ahead and think about leading with your knee. So as you can see here, coach is thinking push out with the knee, push out with the knee. Now, here's the biggest thing. We were focusing on the knee that was traveling forward, that's leading the way. Now let's think about the knee that's essentially lagging. Now this one's gonna lead the way, but then as this one steps out, you're gonna make sure this knee is still pushing out as well, so it doesn't cave in and follow it. So those are gonna be your basic durability tips. Now remember, you can go ahead and do forward steps, right? They can do side steps. These are all just different variations. Now, here's the biggest thing. What if you don't have one of these fancy smaller bands? Well, you're gonna go ahead and get one of your normal bands. I would usually find a larger band that you have in place. You're gonna step over it, find tension. Notice that when she does that, she kind of dragged it. See how there's a lot of room here? We don't want that. Stretch it. Yeah, there you go. Bop it, twist it, right? Remember those, right? Yeah. Then you're gonna cross and you're gonna pull up and have a little bit of a bicep curl. And this is your way that you can make sure this band does a little bit more duty. And besides, a lot of you might not have a large enough, small shorty band that has enough resistance. So this is a great way to make sure that you get the pump you deserve. Now, if you do this, this is just a nice little, PSA for you. Try not to drag your feet because it's gonna wear your band, especially if you're doing it outside or not on rubber, right? Do a little bit more of like a monster walk. Boom, 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 boom. Or like, those wind-up toys, right? And the feet have to go like this, right? Anyway, I'm losing it. Have a good one.